Here's my first bite of food in weeks.
You okay, Charlie?
Okay, a little bit anticlimactic. As expected, because the biggest takeaway is that I love all instances of food. My relationship with food has evolved into I'm able to enjoy everything. Every idea. Just like the memory of yesterday, we were driving down the road and I saw 3 Starbucks. And the first one I was like, yum, this one's good. And then I was like, wait, I can just remember what a latte tastes like. And then I remembered what a latte tastes like. And I was like, And it was really like I was drinking a latte. And then I was like, what about a latte with whipped cream? And then I was like licking the whipped cream off. And it was really like that. I'm like, I don't actually need the physical food in order for to like get into my body in order for me to experience it and enjoy it and love it. And I have so many memories of food that like I don't think I know, according to my intuition, like there's a lot of things that I'll just never eat again. Like pizza. Like the memory of it, of that wonderful buttery crust. And even like we drove past Papa John's, so I was like dipping the buttery crust into the butter sauce, and it was amazing just in the memory form. So like dope, because then I don't have any of the symptoms that follow it. Because then I'm just like full and satisfied and free. Oh, and then I was like, what about biscotti in my latte? Yum. And I was eating this like saturated cookie, and it was like all in memory form, and it was so satisfying. So eating a bite of squash, which is what my body asked for, which makes sense because yesterday I had minimal detox symptoms. I've been detoxing something real gnar. It started up here and came down through this nostril, and the snot that came out was like gray. Like hypothesis, it was some sort of cancer. Ugh. And yeah, yesterday that was mostly gone. It was still kind of like thick and milky looking snot, milky green, but it wasn't gray anymore. So pretty solid on that one. I still have some congestion, my voice shows. My tongue is still a little bit white, but I can eat squash, which is great because yesterday I was pretty weak. So yeah, I wanted my body to be able to just like eat the energy around it all the time. Then I came to terms with the idea that even dolphins eat plants. I am unable to handle stress. So like I could not run on the beach, and I needed equal distribution of labor, because even the idea of stress was like, my body was like, absolutely not. I don't have reserves for that, and you don't need to do that. So that's kind of cool. And that is really cool when in heated situations I was able to be the voice of calm in lots of situations, which has been a lifetime goal that I was just like, achieved. Other lifetime goals achieved. I've had chronic jaw pain or tightness, where like I wake up from, I was clenching my jaw all night, and every time I go down, it's like my jaw is misplaced a little bit. And now I can go all the way down and up without it popping, which feels like magic to me. I wake up with less tension in my face, and that means throughout the day I have less tension in my face. My skin is way clearer. Other chronic issues to clear up. Temper. So yeah, that remaining calm is really beneficial. Intuition is beyond clearer. So listening to my intuition, another lifetime goal. Like, I didn't even know it was a lifetime goal because I kind of just didn't even know what it was until like last year. But accessing intuition started out with me like, okay, lean test, like I showed in the last video. Here, I'll do a quick pendulum test. Me talking about fasting with my family, that's a trip to me. Family equals friends, equals strangers, equals anybody who has any information available, equals like trees who are moving gracefully and I'm not, and then they inspire me to move gracefully. And sometimes things inspire me to move gracefully by like really like pow pow. They are the voices in my body that I wasn't hearing. So they have to come externally. That's important. They are the voices in my body that I wasn't hearing. So they have to come externally. So every impetus is a message. Charlie carved a pumpkin this week with 3 eyes, and 1 eye was attached to the mouth, and it was a 3rd eye on the mouth to help decide what to eat. And I was like, booyah.
Then it like eats through its 3rd eye. Like you do.
My sister started calling us all every day, which is massive, and asking us the simple question, how's your body? I started out with her concern for my body because she's like, yo, do you understand how proteins, like cellular, how your body uses energy? And she like explained it to me. She's like, this is just what current modern science says. She's very polite about it, but she's definitely really concerned about my body, which evolved into her being concerned about everybody's body. So now she just calls us all, and then we all get a report about our bodies, which is like easy conversation. Like, why do we even talk about the weather? The weather within our bodies is fascinating and super relatable, especially since we're in whatever location, doesn't matter. That's a mad benefit to come out of this, because I was like, yo, you could be this concerned about anybody who's overeating consistently as well. And she's like, yeah, I just realized that today. I just want to talk about bodies. And I was like, yay, me too. Let's talk about our bodies. Let's talk about how when I'm fasting, my hair, like 1 strand a day falls out rather than like a bunch. And let's talk about how, breathing, so I can breathe. Okay, I want all the water that I intake to come out to my skin. And I was in a really dry place for a couple of days during this fast, and all I just dried up. And I was like, wow. I am drinking water nonstop, but I'm also just peeing it out. Like, can my body please just send that to my face and my hands and my toes so dry that they're white? And this was part of the week where I like stopped using oil on my skin. So I didn't have any, so like I did take a bath to like try to moisturize my skin, and after the bath my skin felt all moisturized, and then the next morning I woke up and it was like dry again, and I was like, oh, like my body really needs to learn how to send the water out. And I found out how. I just need to breathe. So when I breathe, I imagine all of my air going like I have a sphere around me. My air is going through all the way to the sphere. And when I exhale, it's all coming back out. So I'm cleansing and invigorating every adjectiving, every verbing. All possible, like here's the man is like every direction. So these habits, breathing where I send all my water and energies and everything all the way out and back in, enjoying every idea of food, and keen intuition. The amount of rewards to come from fasting are daily, and they far override all of the symptoms and fatigue. Okay, now I'm gonna read from my notes. Transitions equal growth. Giving equals growing. Want is a cue to breathe. And then what I transferred want into is realizing what I already know. It's a cue to access memories for satisfaction. Sensitive to stress. Food, especially sugar, calms stress and gives the body something other to focus on. So it's a temporary bandage. Colon cleanse prior to fasting, baller idea. The gnarliest day where I was like flu-like symptoms, every time I stood up, it was like, oh, I felt like I just puked. It was cured by a moonlit dip in the pool. And Charlie, intuitive prophet, was like, let's go get energy from the moon. And it worked. All day long I was like, I did stuff. I did my mending, which was like an accomplishment. I knew I could do it. But I was just like releasing such crazy vibes all day. Like nobody wanted to be around me. Went to the pool. Within a few minutes, they were like happy to be with me again. Like couple minutes. Breathe. My sleep was odd. Like 4 hours during the day, 4 hours at night. For the first week. So within the last week, I was able to do like sleep all night. Awake during the day, no naps. Overall, I've been more peaceful. That means peaceful that's amazing. Amazing, that's life goal. I already mentioned that. Oh, and if sharpened intuition, being more peaceful, curing cancer, if all of that is like mild motivation, it's a beauty treatment. My skin is like, I'm prettier on surface level. I believe vibes show way more than surface level. And this is an expertise of mine because I do tailoring for celebrities. So I understand what attraction looks like, skin level, because I've seen them naked. And it's actually their vibes are the amazing part about them. And so this gives those peaceful, I want to be around that person vibes, which in turn makes you more beautiful, but also like, I am skinnier. It was definitely a rapid weight loss plan. And I am prettier. My skin is way prettier, and I don't haven't put oil on my skin and I don't have any like lines. And when I started this video, I had a little bit of bag under my eyes, but I drank some water a little earlier and that clears right up. Breathing clears that up. Breathing makes me pretty. Also, side note, standing up, head rush, get a lot of those when fasting. Turn that into an experience of akin to orgasm. So I'm just like, wow, I get to feel all my body and the blood moving through my body. There's times when I wonder, like, if the intensity is okay, and then I'm like, yo, I don't wonder that when I'm orgasming. So, duh, intensity is okay, I can handle it, and I'm gonna rebrand it as brilliant. Like, it's making me glow, and yay, I got blood in my body.
I gotta go wash my hands.
Okie dokie, artichoke. Muchas gracias por what is showing me? What is showing me? Muchas gracias for showing me. Very important part of my fast.
Yeah. I love you.
Open the door. Beauty.
Boop, boop, boop.
There you go.
And fresh it up. That thought. I just had a thought about somebody. Okay, so whenever I have a thought that's like scary, I do this until I can feel the blood pumping here. Because I'm so into flight response that my body just immediately drains the blood to my muscles. And I want it in everywhere. So I do that breathing. There it is. Wow. I'm coherent again. Okay, pendulum. Here, maybe. All right, pendulum goes like this. I like to be breathing consistently. Always. But doing the pendulum reminds me of it. Show me yes. Oh, excuse me. Clear. Do whatever you need to do to clear. Show me yes. Stop. It already stopped. Show me no. Stop. Eat more squash. Eat more squash. Stop. Post a YouTube video today. else do I want to know? Apply for a home loan today.
Anna, you can't draw that. That's me.
Stop. Apply for Home Depot today.
Every 5 minutes. Anna, every 10. Not like
So that's enough.
not a fun.
Muchas gracias.